All right, the recording has begun. This is day number 2. That's day number 2 of our journey here together. And it's definitely a delight to have each and every one of you here. Yeah, this is day number 2. Did I say week 5? Day number 2, week 5 of our journey together. And it's definitely, certainly a delight to have each and every one of you here. We are still in the geometric series. Yesterday, we looked at the point, and we said that a point is an exact position on a plane surface. A plane surface is definitely a flat surface. And we say a line extends in both directions. It doesn't have no endpoint. But a line segment does have 2 endpoints. And then we say that a ray has one endpoint, but it has the other side extending in one direction. All right. So that's the definition for the point, the line segment and the ray. So now we're going to be looking at we're going to develop those ideas. So we got to look at the different types of lines, and then we're also going to look at what do we mean by an angle, because an angle is formed between a ray and a line segment of a line. So we got to also develop that. And so that's what we're going to be doing today. All right. So let's begin. All right. So yeah, so let's begin. So today is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. Wow. Today is the 1st of August. My first time actually writing this down. Today is the 1st of August, 2023. Our subject is, of course, mathematics. And again, as you write, make sure you write properly, legibly. Make sure I am able to understand it. Make sure you are able to understand it. And make sure you write with pride. So yeah, so we're going to be continuing our geometry fundamentals today. And we're going to be looking at types of line. Naya.
Yes, sir.
Finish up the work for the that I gave you today.
Yes, sir.
And right, so geometry fundamentals. Where's Alicia? Alicia, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, so what I want you to do is please correct the last question that you had. I think, like I told you, it's not the square root of 100. It's not 100. It's 10.
I corrected it.
Okay, send me the corrected work for me, please. Let me see it. All right, so we're going to be looking at the types of lines, and so the first one is definitely going to be so that's just going to be the name, I guess the symbol, and then of course the definition. All right, so I gotta add another table in that too. So definitely we want to talk about parallel lines. That's an obvious one. So for parallel lines, we know that they never meet. So these are lines that extend in equal directions. So I said that's so wrong. These are lines that are equal distance apart and they never meet. So these are lines. Let me say parallel lines. Let me get that. Are equal distances apart and they never intersect each other. Right, so here is an example of two parallel lines, two lines that are parallel to each other. Again, they extend. Oh, I forgot to put the arrows on these things. So you need arrows for your lines. That's very important. So these two lines are parallel lines. All right, so that's parallel lines. The next one we have is obviously intersecting lines. No, let me do perpendicular lines. That's better. So for perpendicular lines, these lines, does anyone know what perpendicular lines are before I give the definition away? Go ahead, Javin.
They never meet.
They actually do meet. Perpendicular lines actually do meet.
They meet, but they straight, right?
Okay, all lines are straight, Javin. Anyone else want to try? Perpendicular lines. What do we know?
They're vertical? I mean horizontal, sorry.
No.
They form like a T?
They form like a T. Close, very close. Bailey, you're supposed to be doing calculus at this time.
They form a Z.
They don't form a Z. Bailey, you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Because we're trying to find the easy way out. No, they don't form a Z. All right, so perpendicular lines, they look sort of like this. Let me show you. So perpendicular lines. Please write this in your book. Where's what's her name? Tiara. Are you there?
I'm here. Sorry.
Okay, make sure I write this information in your book and make sure it's written properly. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. So if your current is on currently, consider yourself fortunate because person's electricity is off at this point. So you are among the fortunate ones. All right, so perpendicular lines. Where's Alicia? I'm still waiting on you to send that corrected work. I don't know why it's taking so long just to send thing that you already done. So these lines, so perpendicular lines, intersect each other at and form a 90-degree angle. So they intersect each other and then they form a 90-degree angle. Teo.
Yes, sir.
Did I tell you to do a homework yesterday?
No, sir.
No? Okay. All right. Do not leave right after class, Steve. I need to tell you something.
Yeah, so
Who is ZT E Blade A5 2020? What it is? Please identify yourself, or I will kick you in this class very quickly. I have no hesitation of doing that. That's the easy part. So make sure you identify yourself, please. Oh, they left. All right, so the next one is, oh, by the way, how do we know it is 90-degree angle, a laser? How do we know it's a 90-degree angle?
it would have a box in the corner.
Yeah, so we have a box. Very good. We have a box. So parallel lines, perpendicular lines, and then the next one is the next type of lines is obviously intersecting lines. So how do they look? The intersecting lines, it don't matter. These lines just intersect, like they just intersect, and so they don't have to form anything in particular once they meet. Once they touch each other, we call them intersecting lines. Wow, a lot. Okay, so intersecting lines are lines which cross each other. So they meet at one point. Where Alicia,
Yeah.
when you take the square root of 100.36, it is directly 10.1. So don't put A is 100 again. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
So those two A, you have to move that. A is 10.1, then MN is 10.1. Make sense?
You said don't put the two A's anymore?
No, because what you did was you
Oh, I see. Let me see what I did.
yeah, you repeated it.
Yeah, I did.
You need to get enough sleep, Alicia.
Yeah.
Make sure I get you 8 hours. Uh, okay, so that's intersecting line. Okay, so those are the three types of lines that we have. Anastasia, what are parallel lines?
Parallel lines are equal distance apart and they have never intersect each other.
Yeah, they don't intersect each other. And then Chai knows what are perpendicular lines.
Perpendicular lines intersect each other and form a 90-degree angle.
Very good. So they must form a 90-degree angle. Good. Then we have Destiny. Destiny, are you there?
I'm here.
Oh, I can hear you now. Are you in New Providence now, or are you still in the Palm Island?
I still here.
Oh, I can hear you clear, much clearer. What are intersecting lines?
You can say that again, please.
What are intersecting lines? What are intersecting lines?
Intersecting lines are lines which cross each other.
Okay. And they meet at?
1 point.
They meet at 1 point. All right, so these are not the only types of lines that we have. I'm going to give you 3 more. Are we done with the slide?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So let me ask, what's her name? Deshaun. Where's Deshaun? Deshaun Pinder?
Yes, sir.
Are we done with the slide?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the next table. So let me move these names. So the next thing that we gotta talk about is oblique lines. Oh, I thought I was typing. Oblique lines. Alicia, can you send in your work list, the corrected one? Not Alicia.
Mr. Batif, you had homework yesterday?
I gave homework to people who came to the Sunday classes.
Oh, I
Yeah,
just
that's
missed it. Sorry.
that's fine.
Yeah, all right.
All right, so oblique lines. What do we know about oblique lines? These are basically lines that are slanting. So let me do it in another direction. Let me do it this way so you wouldn't get confused. So let's call this, let me thicken this. And so once it's not vertical or horizontal, we call it oblique. So we can say that this is the line, it's an oblique line. And let's say that this is capital A. It says capital A. Let's say it's the line, set line AB. Right? Bailey, what number are you on? Because I don't understand why it's taking you forever to send in this work.
I just gone on to number 4.
Number 4.
They
Okay.
had to redo number 3.
Okay. How about you, Naya?
I'm going on to number 7.
Okay. So these lines, these are slanting lines. They are not vertical, horizontal, or perpendicular. They're slanting, okay? So any slanting line, any lines that come at a slant, we call that an oblique line. So these lines are like tilting, right? So the next one is obviously the vertical lines. And vertical lines, what can we say about vertical lines? They are what? Oopsies.
They go up and down.
Very good. They go directly up and directly down. So this line is vertical. It's a straight line that goes up and down. So does this line AB. Lanai, what number you want?
I'm going on to number 3.
Like I said, please do not snail on this assignment. I know how you go. Because this is not the only thing I need to give you. You understand me, Lanaya?
Yes, sir.
So this is AB, and the reason why we have AB is because we're looking at the endpoint. A is the top endpoint, B is the bottom endpoint. So this line runs directly, and I'm gonna say a vertical line runs directly up and down. And then we have horizontal line.
Left to right.
Very good. It runs left to right. So this line, so a horizontal line runs from left to right. So those are the last three. Alicia,
Sir.
check your phone for me, please.
Excuse me.
Go ahead.
I can come right back. I just want to get some water.
Okay, sure, no problem. All right, so Dornick, what is an oblique line?
An oblique line or slanting lines that are not vertical, horizontal, or perpendicular.
Very good. And Erica, what are vertical lines? What is a vertical line?
Vertical line, a vertical line runs directly up and down.
Mm-hmm. That's correct. It runs directly up and down. And Jevin, what do we know about a horizontal line, Jevin?
Horizontal lines run from left to right.
Okay, it's a line that, what did I say? It runs from left to right. Very good. All right, so now that we have all of the different types of lines.
Sorry. Excuse me, I'm back. Just want to say that.
Okay, good. So now that we have all the different types of lines, let us go ahead and do the first exercise on this. It's 1L? No, I don't see 1.
Mr. Petit, I didn't get to tell them yesterday because I was poor.
Yes,
Can
I noticed.
send me the information, please?
Yeah, I can do that.
All right, thank you.
Just don't leave directly after class. Just wait.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun. All right, so Jeremy Lines, are we done with this?
Yes, sir.
All right, good. All right, so let's go. So now we're gonna be doing a graded exercise. I want everyone to do this for me. So graded exercise. This is graded exercise number 1. Da, 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 da. All right, so in each case, let's call this instructions. In each case, well, state the name of the line given. So you have to tell me the name of the line that I give you on the screen.
I have a question.
Go ahead, you can ask the question.
So you're gonna put the line where we at, yes. Where we at last time and this lines together?
No, there's no, we didn't do no lines yesterday. Okay. We didn't do no types of line yesterday. We just defined the line yesterday. We didn't do types of lines yesterday. So yeah. Da, 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 da. All right. I wonder if it's a good spacing. All right, so I don't know if I need this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I prefer it to be like this. I need way more. So you have to tell me in each case what type of line that we have, right? So you have to put your answer on this line. So this is number 1. Tell me what type of line do we have? All right. So this is A and this is B. So on the line, you're gonna tell me the type of line it is that you think it is. And you could use any of the ones that we did, all right? And let's see. Please also draw the images that I'm gonna draw as well. So number 4, yeah, let's do this. Da, 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 da. So number 4, we have a little box here, right? And at the bottom, I want you to tell me what type of line do we have? Number 5. Let's say that we have something looking like this. I think you do a better job with that. And then number 6. What type of line is that? Then number 7. Number 8. Number 9. So please draw these lines and then also draw these lines and then tell me the name of each of these lines based off of the information that you were given. All right, number 11. We have number 12. Number 13. Um, mm, 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 mm. Number 14. Number 15. Right, so those are your 15. Use the words that I gave you all. Again, use the words that I gave you all to answer the following questions. All right. All right, Sarens, what number you on? Sarens.
Number 11.
Number 11, good. Tyrone.
Number 9.
Number 9, good. Tiara, what number you on?
Number 12.
Number 12, great. Taya, what number you on? Taya, what number you on?
Can't actually say go and as I get down.
Go on as your dancer, okay. Talia, what number you on?
Number 13.
Number 13, good. And Mr. Bean, what number are you on? Mr. Bean, what number you on? Not Bean. Tristan Moss, what number you on?
Number 10.
Say again.
Number 10.
Number 10. All right, number 10. Shekinah Kalma, what number you on?
Number 3.
Number
3.
3, good. Ramon Raming, what number are you on?
Number 10.
Number 10. And Aranik,
Yes, sir.
what number are you on?
Number 13.
Number 13, okay. And Aranik, what happened yesterday? Why you was in the class?
My mommy went to work and she didn't carry me
No, I mean the class, virtual.
because my internet was off and my car was off.
Okay. Do you have a phone?
Yes, sir.
So when it's like that, can you please message me and let me know the situation why you're not able to come to class?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You send my work, Mr. Petit.
Okay, Javin, you already sent it? Okay, good. Where's Aranik? Micah. What number you on, Micah?
I'm on number 5.
Number 5, okay. And Maranik. Where's Maranik?
Number 7.
Did I see it?
You can't be on number. You mean on the calculus, right?
Yes, sir.
No, you're lying. I want you to work on the calculus, not this, please. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Lanaya, what number you on? Lanaya?
Number 4, and then I went back to number 3. So right now I
Okay.
finished number 3.
Okay. Oh, Naya, what I want you to do is, Naya,
Yes, sir.
I want you to graph it. So for each one of them, graph them for me, please.
Yes, sir.
Sound so excited to do that. Thank you.
So excited.
And then Kai, what number are you on? Kai Wells? Kai, what number are you on? Number 8. Kai, you need to send in your work. You need to send in your work, please. So far, I have Jevin's work, I have Julicia's work, and I have Olivia's work. Well, part of Olivia's work. Jevin,
Yes, sir.
what I tell you with sending me garbage? Do I look like Bomber's waist? No, right? So don't send me garbage. Rewrite that, please. Use the ruler this time.
Yes, sir.
I don't know why you won't finish so fast and your work is not neat. All right. Jeremy, what number you on? Jeremy Lines.
Number 11.
Number 11. And Erwin, what number you on, Erwin?
Number 6.
Number 6. And all right, I see the people sending in their work. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you. Thank you to Leah for finally sending your work on time. That's the first.
Excuse me, mister.
Go ahead, Tiara.
You send your work.
Okay, that's a good question. I'm gonna send you my number via WhatsApp. I'm gonna send you my number in the chat and send it to me via WhatsApp. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp.
I don't have my brother, he kind of break my rule and I can't find it, so kind of, yeah, that's
It needs to be neat. So you better try find a straight edge and make sure it's neat.
yes,
Oh, when I say graph it, Lanaya, I'm not Lanaya. I meant the calculus work.
Oh, okay, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Mr. T.
Go ahead, Destiny. Go ahead, Destiny.
It may look a little uneven because, like, I don't have a ruler or anything. So.
Okay, so this is what I want
And I
you to
tried
do.
looking for something straight, but I don't see.
Okay, that's what I want you to do in this class. Do not give me excuses, okay?
I don't see, like, it might be a little, because I don't have no ruler or anything.
So rule number 1, please don't give me no excuses. Find a way. Make sure it's neat and presentable. All right, give me one moment. I have to go back. If you do not have the slides, the previous slide, before we answer this, I'm gonna go back. And then if you do not have these, please make sure that you have them. All right. Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir. Could I ask you something?
Go ahead.
Okay, all of these are lines, right?
All
But
of them
all
are.
of them are either vertical, horizontal, or oblique line.
Or they could be parallel, or they could be perpendicular.
Yeah, okay then. All right. No mind the letters on would change on the side of it, right?
Yeah, don't mind the letters change. Don't mind.
Okay.
They just put that there to confuse you. Where's Alicia? Oh my goodness, God have mercy.
Yeah.
Where's Alicia? Are you here?
Yes.
Okay, can you do me a favor? You see the thing I sent you? Can you do that for me, please? All right, so let's actually do the work. So let's go, Alasia. Can you tell me what number 1 is? Alasia Thomas, what is number 1?
A vertical line.
Very good. Number 1 is a vertical line. Did anyone else put vertical for number 1?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It is a vertical line. Why we say it's a vertical line? And everybody is quiet. Why is it a vertical line?
Because it's up and down.
Very good, because it goes up and down. Tyrone, what is number 2?
Parallel lines.
Very good, parallel lines. Does anyone else have parallel for number 2?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Now, how do we know it's parallel?
They do not intersect with each
Very
other.
good. They don't intersect, they don't meet, they're parallel. Bailey, where's Bailey? Bailey and Lanaya.
Yes,
You're taking too long to do that work.
I'm on the last one right now.
How about you, Lanaya? Y'all just take forever to do one assignment. And that's why I was be here till 12, because y'all snailing around. Number 3. Anastasia, what's up for number 3?
Horizontal.
Horizontal. Very good. Anyone else put horizontal for number 3?
Yes, sir. I mean, yes, sir.
Very good. Then Chai. Chai, what you have for number 4? Chai notes.
I have perpendicular.
There's no such thing as perpendicular. You mean perpendicular.
Yeah, perpendicular. I've had.
Perpendicular. Say that for me.
Perpendicular.
Very good. There's perpendicular lines. Deshaun, what you have for number 5?
Oblique line.
How come I don't have your work, Deshaun?
I can send it right now. Sorry, sir.
You need to send your work on time and stop apologizing. Send your work on time so you wouldn't have to apologize. I don't understand y'all. Send it on time. So number 5 is oblique. All right. Erica, what you have for number 6? Yes, ma'am. Say it again. Say it again. I could barely hear you. Say it again.
You said number 6?
Yes.
Intersection?
That's correct. Intersection. Anyone else have intersecting for number 6?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Very good. Intersecting. And then number 7, Erwin, what you have for number 7?
Yeah, vertical, so.
Vertical. Number 7 is not vertical. Jevin, what you have for number 7?
I have intersecting.
You have intersecting?
Yes, sir.
Is that correct? For number 7. Anyone else have that?
Yes. So.
Yes, sir.
It's intersecting.
Yes, sir.
Tiara, do I have your work?
You tell me to do it neatly, so I do it neatly right now.
Okay. So intersecting. Next person. Thank you, Jevin. Jeremy, do we have your work? I mean, Jeremy, number 8. Jeremy, number 8. Jeremy, number 8. I can't have from Jeremy for some reason. Julicia, number 8. Which one for number 8, Julicia?
Parallel.
Parallel. Is she correct with parallel?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
she
sir.
is. She is correct. It is parallel lines. And how do we know it's parallel?
They do not intersect or meet.
Very good. They do not intersect or meet. All right. Then we have a number 9. So number 9 is, I want to ask, who else in the J? Any more J's? No more J's. Kai, what you have for number 9? Kai, type in the chat. What you have for number 9? I know your mic is not working. Okay. Kai says it is parallel, and that is absolutely true. It is absolutely true. Parallel. Number 9 is parallel. So these are parallel lines. And then anyone else have parallel?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very
Yes,
good.
sir.
It is parallel. Now number 10, I want, that was Erwin. No, that was, yeah, okay. Lanaya, what number are you on?
Number 5.
Number 5. Micah, what you have for number 10? Micah?
I put intersecting.
Intersecting? No, that's not intersecting.
Wait, never. So, is it perpendicular?
That's correct. It is perpendicular. How about number 10? Who got number 10?
Yes, sir.
Number 10 is perpendicular.
Yes, sir.
Oh, very good. So that's perpendicular line. If you get it right, you can tick it. If you got it wrong, please make the correction. And then number 11. I want
Yeah,
for number,
right.
that's great. Number 11, I want Olivia. What's your for number 11?
Horizontal line.
Very good, horizontal. So number 11 is horizontal. And number 12, Oranique. What's your for number 12?
Sorry for interrupting, Miss Property. I resend it.
All right, no problem. Go ahead, Oranique. What's your for number 12? Oblique. Okay. Oblique. Or slanting. Anyone else have oblique for number 12?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very
Yes,
good.
sir.
Very good.
Mr. Viti.
Yes, Deshaun.
Use your action, please.
Yes, we can. Number 13 is what? I'm going to ask, who is Ramon? What's your for number 13? Ramon Rami?
I have.
You have to talk into the mic, Ramon.
Hello, you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, I can.
Number 13.
What do you have?
What?
Vertical?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so number 13 is vertical. And it's vertical because it's going up and down. How many persons got that one?
Yes, sir.
I did.
All right, very good. And number 14, I want Shiana. Shakaina Kalmo, will you have for number 14?
Excuse me, Mr. Petty. I mean,
Intersecting.
The last name is Petit.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit. I just sent it in.
Yes, I can see when you send it in. Thank you.
That's the neatest I could get it.
Okay, not bad. All right, so
Intersecting.
yes, for number 14, what you have for number 14, Shakaina?
Intersecting.
No, that's not intersecting.
Is it perpendicular?
Perpendicular. The reason why we know it's perpendicular because it has what? What gives it away that it's perpendicular, Shakaina?
Because it's in a cross.
No, because of the same little box there. You see that?
Yes, so.
That box tells us that it's 90 degrees. All right, next person is Talia, what you have for number 15? Talia, what you have for number 15? Hello, where's Talia? And it's the part that is when we
Yes,
are.
so.
Why am I calling your name 1,000 times and you're not answering?
My laptop is glitching.
Okay. All right, so what you have for number 15?
Intersecting.
Intersecting, that's correct. All right, so the last one was intersecting. Did anyone get all right? All 15?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Wow.
sir.
All That's incredible. Anyone else
Yes,
got
sir.
all 15?
Yes, sir, finally.
All
I got some.
15, all 15.
Wow, that's crazy. All right, excellent. Very good for those who got all right. And for those who didn't get all right, please make the corrections on them. For those who have the habit of not sending in their work, trust me, I will find you out. I will find you out. This is not the type of class where you just lay down and not do nothing. All right, so that is good. We have done a lot for geometry, types of lines, types of lines, and we've done angles. We've done, you know, the types of triangles, types of quadrilaterals. So I feel very comfortable with geometry. The only thing that we have to do for geometry, we definitely have to do geometrical constructions. So you need, if you do not have already, you need a geometry set. All right, make sure you get your geometry set so we can start that. And you definitely need all of the things inside the geometry set, protractor, compass, all them stuff. I know since school opening, parents typically want to buy those stuff. So make sure your parents get your geometry set. Make sure it's an Oxford geometry set, none of those generic, funny looking brands that ain't worth its salt. So make sure you get a sensible geometry set that you're going to be using. So that's what's left. You know, the different things about measuring it and stuff like that, all those interesting things about that. So I think that we're done with geometry. I don't want to belabor the point. Let's move on to another section. So that's it with the geometry series. That's the fundamentals. I think we're good on that. All right, so let's go to section 2. Okay. All right. All right. So we're gonna move on to section 2. And for section 2, honestly, I shouldn't say section 2, I should say theme 2. I want us to really look at fractions. So everything to do with fractions. All right. So I really want us to, you know, do like just a big series on fractions because a lot of persons are afraid of fractions. You don't have to be afraid of fractions, all right? Fractions should be a friend. So don't be afraid of fractions. A lot of persons are afraid of fractions, and so we're gonna be looking at how to deal with fractions. All right, how to add them, how to multiply them, all of them stuff. So let's start off with, I wanna look at adding fractions with unlike denominators. So let's look at something like that. So I guess that'll be our first section. So let's look at adding fractions with unlike denominators. All right, so I think that's bad. On adding fractions with unlike denominators, and we are gonna be simplifying everything, right? So the first thing that we have to do is, let's do an example. We're gonna do several examples. So let's say, for example, I have the fraction. Let's say I have, so example number 1. So for example number 1, I want us to be looking at, let's say we have 4/5. And we're trying to add that to, say, something like 2/3. Maybe that's a good start. All right, so the first step that we must do is we must find the lowest common multiple of 5 and 3. And so let's do that. So I'm going to start off with the multiples of 5. So let me ask Taya, what are the multiples of 5?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55,
Okay.
60, 65.
Good. So 5, 10, 15, 20. And let's look at 25. So we'll stop at 25. Next up is the one and only, what's his name? What's his name? I'm sorry. Tiara. I want the multiples of 3.
The multiple of 3 is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36.
Okay. So we want to stop at, let's stop at 18. Right? So for this one, I want a leisure to answer this question. There are 2 numbers in this.
Sir, you missed 9.
I missed 9. Thank you. 3, 6, 9. Thank you. So there are 2 numbers in these lists. There are 2 numbers in this list that are the same, and that's the lowest. Alasia, can you tell me what is that number? It's
15.
15. Very good. Do we agree with her that it's 15?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it's definitely 15. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna circle 15 in the top and circle 15 at the bottom. So that means that the LCM of 5 and 3 is what? 15.
15.
Very good. So now the question is, that I want you to answer is, sorry. The question is, oh, I'm sorry, Naya, can you, sorry. Oh, Naya, I'm sorry. What's your question is again, please?
I was just asking if I did number 1 correctly or not.
Oh, okay. All right, so, all right, no problem. So the question is, I'm gonna ask Anastasia, what times 5, Anastasia, what times 5 gives me 15?
3.
3, very good. So 5 times 3 gives me 15. Now, whatever I do to the bottom, I must do to the top. So I must multiply the top by 3 as well. Destiny, what is 5 times 3?
15.
5 times 3 is definitely 15. Let me move that. And Deshaun, what is 4 times 3?
Pardon, what you saying?
What is 4 times 3?
12. Sorry.
4 times 3 is 12. Very good. It's going to be 12 plus, right? Then we have to go to the 3. Dornick, what times 3 gives me 5? Sorry, what times 3 gives me 15?
5.
Say it again.
5.
5, very good. Naya,
Yes, sir.
why did you use 13?
Because wasn't it the name? But I wasn't supposed to.
Look at it. You say the interpretation said the slope of the tangent line at x equals to 6 is 61.
Okay, yes, sir.
So you have to change that 13 into what?
6.
A 6. Very good.
Mr.
So we
Petit,
go ahead.
oh, sorry for that. Why you put 5? I didn't get that part.
Okay, because I asked myself what times 3 gives me 15.
Okay, I thought that was 5 there underneath.
You mean right now?
That's a 5 or a 3, but you're underneath the 2.
Okay, both of them. Okay, this one is 3, right?
Oh, okay, I see it.
And I asked myself, oh, where is Christopher?
I'm here.
Thank you for reminding me.
Yes.
Did you correct the work from yesterday?
Yes, sir, I did. And I sent it back.
Okay,
That's when you told me about the working.
okay, yes. All right, so we have yeah, so what I was saying, Anastasia, I'm saying what times 3 gives me 15? And it's
Yeah, I
and 5.
understand. Mr. Petit. I thought it was a 5 underneath the 2. I had 5
Okay,
instead of 3.
okay.
That's why I got confused.
All right, good. And then whatever we do to the bottom, we must do to the top. So 3 times 5 is what?
15.
15, very good. And 2 times 5 is what?
10.
10, very good. Now, okay. Chai, what is 12 plus 10? Chai, what is 12 plus 10? Come on.
20.
Chai, not Erwin, Chai.
22.
What? You're absolutely correct. 12 plus 10 is 22. Okay, good. So 22 over what? Do we add the denominators?
No, sir.
So what do we do?
Keep them the same.
We just keep it in the same, and it's gonna be what? 15. Now, the question is, are we done with this problem?
Yes, sir.
No, sir, we're not done. We have to change our answer into what? A mixed what?
Fraction.
A mixed fraction. So how do we do that? We're gonna take 22 over 15, and we're going to divide it, yes. So we're gonna say 15 into 22. How much times 15 goes into 22? So we would actually divide, and a lot of people can't divide in this class. How do I know? Trust me, I know. How much times 15 goes into 22?
1 time.
1 time. So 15 times 1 is what?
15.
15, very good. And 22 minus 15, we have to do what? This becomes 12. 12 minus 5 is what?
7.
12 minus 5 is what? 7, very good. And then this is going to be 1, and 1 minus 1 is 0. So in order to change this into in order to change this into in order to change it into a mixed number, we have to use the 1. The 1 is going to be our whole number. And then the 7 is going to be our what?
Denominator.
No, sir. 7 is going to be our numerator. And then the 12, and then the 15, sorry, is going to be our what? Our what?
Denominator.
Denominator. All right, good. So the answer is actually going to be equal to 1, because 1 is the whole number. And then what's the numerator? 7. What's the denominator?
15.
15. So the answer is 1 and 7 over 15. Okay, so now that we're done with that, I'm going to ask Taya to explain what did we do.
Yeah, so, okay. First, we found the lowest common multiple between the denominators, which are 5 and 3, and we listed them out. And the lowest common multiple are 15. So we multiply the 5 by the 3. And what you do at the bottom, you have to do at the top. So we multiply the 4. And so we got 15 over 12. And then we move on to the next fraction. And 3 times 5 is also 15. So what you do on the top, you have to do on the bottom. So you multiply the 2 by the 5, is how we got 10 over 15. And now we add the numerators. So we add 12 plus 10, which is 22. And then we set it up as a fraction. So 22 over 15. And then we divide the 15 over the 22, which is 1. But we have a remainder, which is 7. So 1 will be our whole number. And then our fraction will be 7 over 15.
Very good. Very good explanation. Taya. Good. So just to, Tiara, do you understand what we did?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you explain what we did?
You mean the whole thing?
The whole thing.
Okay. Okay, so the question was 12. I can't pronounce 15 over 12 over 15 plus 10 over 15. So
No, that wasn't the question. The question was 4 over 5 plus 2 over 3.
4 over 5, or the next one. So for 4 over 5 plus 2 over 3, we define the lowest common multiple. So we find the multiples of 5 and 3, and the common multiple was 15. So how much times can 15 go into 5? Was 3 times. So what you do on the top, you do to the bottom. So you did that, and they get 12 over 15. Then for 2 and 3, how do you say that?
2 over 3.
2 over 3. So they go 15 going to 3 5 times. So
no. How much times 3?
5 going to 3.
How much times, listen carefully. How much times 3 goes into 15?
5 times.
Good.
So you do 3 times 5 and 2 times 5, and you get 10 over 15. And do the rest?
Finish it up.
Okay, so you get 12 over 15 plus 10 over 15, which equals 22 over 15, but that's an improper fraction.
Yes.
So it turns into a mixed number.
How do we turn it into a mixed number?
You have to divide the denominator from the numerator.
And then what we get?
7 over 12.
Mm-hmm.
You may explain how you do that.
Say it again. Yes, explain.
So when you divide 15 into 22, 15 going 22 once. So 1 go on the top, and divide 22 into 15, that's 7. It equal, take away and give you 7. And so your numerator will be the remainder, your denominator will be the regular denominator, and the numerator be, my bad, the numerator is 7, the denominator is 15, and the whole number is 1.
Okay.
That's it, Mr. Batty.
Yes, that's it. Very good. So any questions based on this? Any questions on how we got 1 and 7 over 15? Does anyone have any question? Okay, so let's try it again. I'm gonna do another one together before we, oh, can we? No, we only have time for you to try one on your own. So I'm gonna let you try one on your own, just like similar to this. It's only gonna be one. And I want you to send a picture of it to me via WhatsApp once you're finished doing it. So I'm gonna give you one exercise. I want everyone to try it. Number 1. And I want you to, again, change it into a mixed number where possible. So I want you to add the following fraction. So say we have 3 over 5 plus 2 over 3. All right, please answer that for me and take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. So add 3 over 5 plus 2 over 3 and tell me what your answer is. Again, add 3 over 5 and 2 over 3 and tell me what you get. Tyrone, what is the first thing that you're gonna do? Is Tyrone here? No, I think his internet gone.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Yes.
Do it like the next one?
Yes, find LCM and everything. Once you finish with this, please take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, once you're finished, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Where's Bailey? Bailey?
Yes, sir.
Draw the graphs for them.
Yes, sir.
Tiara?
Yes, sir.
Your work is correct. Julicia?
Yes, sir.
Multiply the 3/5 by 3, not 5. Do you see what I'm talking about, Julicia?
Yes, sir.
So change that for me, please. In fact, do the whole question over and change it. Make sure you multiply by 3 and not 5. Destiny, where's Destiny? Destiny? All right, thank you, Taya. Thank you. Dorani. So Taya got it correct. Dorani got it correct. Anastasia got it correct. Tiara Tynes got it correct.
Excuse me, Mr. Izzy.
Yes, Chai.
Is this just it?
Just this, yeah, that's all.
Oh, okay then.
What I tell you, but okay. I keep on telling you, but okay, Chai. So either yes or no send this class. I keep on telling you that.
Yes, sir.
Jeremy. Jeremy got his correct. Destiny got hers correct. Erica got hers. Erica got hers. Oh Lord. Erica.
Yes.
3 times 3 is 9.
Oh my God. Hold on, man. Give me a break. Give me a break. I multitasking right now. Don't say anything. Sorry for that. Let me do that.
Please. Chai. Got his one correct. Shion,
Yes, sir.
you have to add 15 and 9. No, not 15. Oh, I see your problem. Shion.
Yes, sir.
The top number is 2 over 3, not 3 over 3. See the problem?
Oh, okay. Oh,
Julicia.
Yes, sir.
What do you have? It's supposed to be 19 over 15. Then divide 9 into 2. Sorry, then divide 15 by 19. So do it again. It's supposed to be 19 over 15. Then you divide 15 into 19. How much times 15 go into 19? So do it over, Julicia. Deshaun got his one correct. Jevin.
Yes, sir.
The 15 is supposed to be on the outside and the 19 on the inside.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's do it together. What's the first thing that we have to do, Alasia? Alasia, what's the first thing that we have to do?
Find the factors of 5 and 3.
Not factors, not factors. I don't know who told you factors. I know I didn't. You can't be finding factors. So what's the first thing we're gonna do, Alasia? Not factors. Alasia, I'm speaking to you.
Find the multiples of 5 and 3.
Thank you. Find the multiples of 5 and 3. What is the multiples of 5? Chai.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
Very good. 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25. And we could continue on, but we stop there. All right, then the multiples of 3. The multiples of 3 are going to be what? Chai.
3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 20. Sorry, 18.
18. Why don't we stop right there?
Okay, then.
Okay. Now, Deshaun, what do we do from now? Deshaun Pender. You're so distracted, man. Darnik, what do we do now from now?
We find which number can both that, but both the denominators can go into
So what is that number? What is the lowest common multiple?
15.
Very good, it's 15. So the LCM of 3 and 5 is 15. Okay. Deshaun, why are you not responding to your name in the class? I tell you, we're getting distracted, man. The problem why you didn't hear me is because you're not paying attention. That's why you didn't hear me. And this always happens, man. When they call your name, answer to your name. Come on, man. Go ahead, Darnie.
5 goes into 15 3 times.
Very good. And whatever we do to the top, I mean to the bottom, we do to the
Top. And 3 times 5 is 15. So.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Deshaun. Deshaun Pender. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
What is 5 times 3?
15.
What is 3 times 3?
9.
9. Plus. What is 3 times 5?
Pardon?
What is 3 times 5?
15.
And what is 2 times 5?
10.
10. All right, next person, I want Talia. What do we do from now? Talia?
Yes, sir.
What do we do from now?
You add 9 and 10.
And that's gonna be what?
19.
19. What's our denominator?
15.
Good. And so, Arnik, where's Arnik?
Yes, sir.
Why didn't you send your answer to this question?
I'm going to send it now.
No. You won't answer my question yet. Why didn't you send your answer to this question? I put this on the board at 7:40, Arnik. It's currently about 8 o'clock. You need to stop your foolishness and pay attention. You hear me, Arnik?
Yes, sir.
All right. What do we do next, Arnik? Arnik, what do we do next?
Divide.
Divide. How much times 15 goes into 19? Darnie, I mean, not Darnie. Arnie, how much times 15 goes into 19? It goes into 19 one time. 15 times 1 is, Arnie, what is 15 times 1?
15.
15. Next, what do we do, Arnie?
Subtract.
You subtract. 9 minus 5 is?
4.
4. And 1 minus 1 is 6. All right, so the answer is going to be, Taya, what's the answer going to be?
Answer is going to be 1, a whole 1, and 4/15.
Very good, and 4/15. How many persons got this? 1 and 4/15.
Me, I got it.
I got it.
Me. All right, excellent. I need Kai, okay, so this is what we're gonna do. It's currently 8 o'clock. I want Anastasia. You can leave. I don't know you're doing science. Everyone else, I want you to stay. Oh, and Erica, you could go. I don't know you're doing science.
Yeah.
And yeah, Olivia,
Yeah.
yes, you can go. Hope I'm missing one.
You can send the work to my phone.
What is that? What work is
The
that?
work I did yesterday.
Yes, I could do that, but I'll do it after class. If I don't
All right.
send it, please remind me, okay?
Okay then, thank you.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Yes,
My
Michael.
internet is lagging very bad right now, so I may disconnect, but I'll join back.
Yeah, but stay in the classroom, please. I need everyone else to stay. Do not move. Whether you're doing science or not, whether you're doing health science or general science, don't leave and come back. I want you to stay, please. All right. All right, so let's move on to, let's go to health science first, and then after health science, we're gonna go to general science. Where's Lanaya? Lanaya Marshall.
Yes.
Lanaya.
Yes, sir.
Why do I have to call your name 1,000 times before you answer?
I answered.
No, I had to call you repeatedly. What are you doing right now? Are you doing the graphs like I instructed you to do?
No, sir.
Well, you need to start working on that because currently you spent 3 hours, not 2, and you ain't finished that work yet.
Yes, sir.
Same thing for you, Bailey. Draw the graphs of the work that I gave you. All right, so for the rest of us, we can start off with health, then go to general. I want everyone to stay. All right, so let us begin with health science, and then we're gonna go to general science. All right, so this one is just review. We're gonna start off with this review question, and then we're gonna move on Alasia, can you read this for me, please? The table shows.
This table shows a partial composition of 150 grams of 4 different foods. Which one food by itself would provide the body with the most energy? A, 0.5 carbohydrates, 74.0 grams of fat, 1.1 grams protein, 5.0 grams of fiber. B, 1.0 grams of carbohydrates, 0.5 grams of fats, 13.0 grams of proteins, and 0.0 grams of fiber. C, 12.0 grams of carbohydrates, 1.0 grams of fats, 4.0 grams of proteins, 3.0 grams of fiber. D, 18.0 grams of carbohydrates, 1.3 grams of fats, 8.2 grams of proteins, and 12.0 grams of fiber.
Good. So which one would give the body the most energy?
A.
A. Does anyone know the reason why A would provide the body with the most energy?
Because there's a lot of fat.
Very good. Because there's a lot of fat. That's the one with the most fat in it. All right, so let's go on to the next question, which is going to be question number 12. For question number 12, I'm going to start with Arnik. Can you read number 12 for me, please?
Which of these beverages contains nutrients that could help to prevent the disease called scurvy?
Can you read that, Clara, please? I could barely hear you.
Which of these beverages contains nutrients that could help to prevent the
deficiency disease
is called
scurvy? Read the options, please.
A, cocoa, B, milk, C, orange juice, and D, tea.
Very good, D, tea. Okay, good. So which one could help to prevent scurvy? What do you think, Arnik?
C.
C, the orange juice. Do we agree with her?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is C.
Yes, sir.
Why can C prevent scurvy? What does C have in it that could help with to prevent scurvy? What does C have?
Protein?
Not protein.
Vitamin C.
Vitamin C. Very good. Vitamin C. All right, so please write this down and also write down the options and the correct answer for me, please. I'll be asking for the notes after class, so make sure you write this down properly so that you can understand.
Mr. Bati, this is the only one we're writing now?
This is the first one that you're writing now, not the only one. So it says, which of these beverages could help to prevent deficiency disease called scurvy? The correct answer is definitely C, orange juice. Tristan Moss, are you there? Tristan Moss, are you there? All right. Tiara, are you there? Where's Tiara?
That's sorry. I pressed wrong button.
Which of these could use to prevent the deficiency disease called scurvy?
Orange juice.
Why orange juice?
Because I think because of the nutrients and the protein in orange juice.
Not protein.
Oranges.
Not protein. Orange juice don't have no protein in it.
It doesn't.
It doesn't have substantial amount of protein.
Vitamin C.
Vitamin C. That's exactly what we said, Kiara, but she wasn't paying attention. I don't know what she was doing. But it's orange juice, and the correct answer is C because it's orange juice that has vitamin C in it. So please write this down and then write down the correct option for me, please. All right, are we done with the slide?
No, sir.
No, sir, writing it. Okay, while you're writing it, let me ask someone else. Sarence?
So?
Which of these beverages could help to prevent you from getting the deficiency disease, scurvy?
Orange juice.
Why orange juice?
I just come in a meeting, but that's why I just saw it.
I just asked you one question, why orange juice? It has what, vitamin what? What does orange juice have? Vitamin what? Vitamin. Can anyone help him? What does orange juice have?
Vitamin C, sir.
Vitamin C.
Vitamin C. Very good. Krista Ford.
Yes, sir.
You're using the wrong formula.
Oh. Wait, so which formula do I use?
So the thing is, they want you to find what? X, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, they say the measure of angle C, but angle C is X, which you have labeled in your thingy. So
Yes,
X is going to be A, capital A, isn't it? Right?
Oh, yes, sir.
So X is going to be capital A. So small a is 1.6.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then so small a is 1.6. Yeah, I don't see. Oof. Okay. Oh, I see what you did wrong. First of all, so lines 1, 2, 3. Yeah, lines 1 and 2 is wrong. Well, no. I see what you did. You saw, oh, I see what you did. I see what you did. Okay, well, you have to divide both sides by 1,248 and then take the cosine inverse of both sides.
Wait, I don't understand. You said divide both sides?
Divide both sides by 1,248.
Oh, okay.
And then take the cosine inverse of both sides.
Okay. Inverse. Okay.
Inverse, yes.
Thank you.
No problem. All right, are we done with the slide?
People are switching.
Okay, go ahead, Lanaya.
I have to step away for a minute.
Okay, go ahead.
So, thank you.
A minute and 60 seconds, by the way. All right. Chai, can you read this question number 13, please? Which row?
Which row in this table gives correct information about the enzyme called
amylase?
Amylase.
Read the headings, please.
Disease juice.
No, sir. Digestive juice.
It is in. Where is it? Sorry.
Where it
works. Nutrients. It breaks down. A. Bile in the liver. Fats. B. Gastric juices in the stomach. Proteins. Intestinal juices in the
what? Duodenum.
Fiber. Saliva in the mouth.
Saliva.
In the mouth. Starch.
Starch.
Sorry, starch.
So the question is, which one in the table gives the correct information about the enzyme amylase? So amylase is the enzyme that's found in your... Oh, by the way, before we even go to that, I need to show you all scurvy. So by the way, what vitamin do you need for scurvy? To help with scurvy? Anyone can remember the vitamin that you need?
Vitamin C.
Vitamin C.
Good. So let me just show you scurvy. Beware of the dangerous images. They're not dangerous, but you know.
Mr. Petit, you can put it back in.
I will. Sorry, people, if you can't see it, you know, just don't look. But scurvy, this is scurvy. All right. It's not a pleasant sight, right? So in order for you to, you know, help with scurvy, what do you need?
Vitamin C.
You need vitamin C, right? So yeah, so drink your orange juice, people. So it causes what? Bleeding gums and loosened teeth and bleeding under your skin. That's not good stuff, right? So in order, what they say the treatment for it is? Treatment is what? Getting what? Plenty of what? What it says, getting plenty of what?
Vitamin C.
Vitamin C in your diet, okay? So scurvy is bleeding gums, and if you don't get enough vitamin C, then you can be deficient of vitamin C, and then you can end up getting scurvy. Now, this one is talking about amylase. Amylase is an enzyme, and it works in the mouth. It's actually in the saliva, to be honest. And so it helps to digest starch. So what's the correct answer for this one? A, B, C, or D?
D.
D. Very good, D. So the correct answer is D. Saliva in the mouth. And it helps with starch. So amylase is an enzyme that is found in saliva. It works in the mouth, and it helps to digest the nutrient starch. So once again, amylase is an enzyme that's found in saliva. It's used to break down starch in the mouth. So that's what amylase is. Please write this down for me, please. And I want Sarens, please tell me what is amylase. Sarens, what is amylase? Can I from Sarens? Not Tiara. Aronique, what is amylase?
Saliva, which it works inside the mouth, and the nutrients break down in the starch.
So amylase is an enzyme. So say that amylase is an enzyme.
Amylase is an enzyme.
Where does it work?
In the mouth.
Uh-huh. And what digestive juice is found in and what nutrient it breaks down?
The saliva and the breakdown in the starch.
Very good. Talia, what is amylase?
I was doing something when you was explaining it. I'm so sorry.
So for the 100th time, like I said, if you have to step away from the computer, please send a message in the chat so that I can know that you've stepped away. You understand that, Talia?
Yeah, so.
So what I said was that amylase is an enzyme. It's an enzyme that works in the mouth. The nutrient that it helps to break down is starch, and it's found in the saliva. So back to you, Talia. What is amylase?
It's an enzyme in the mouth.
It works in the mouth.
It works in the mouth. It is found in the saliva, and it helps to break down starch.
Very good. Julicia, what is amylase?
It's an enzyme.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that helps to do what? Come on, Julicia. What does it do? It break down which nutrient? Julicia, what nutrient does amylase break down? It's right on the screen.
Again.
It's right there. Julicia, look at D.
Starch.
Exactly, the nutrient that breaks down the starch. Where does the enzyme work?
In the mouth.
In the mouth. And what digestive juices is found there? Say it again.
In the saliva.
The saliva, very good. All right, great. Okay, great. Next up. So do we have this written down? Does everyone have this written down?
Yes, sir.
Jeremy. Dornick, do you have this written down?
Yes, sir.
Julicia, do you have this written down?
No, sir. I'm not finished.
Not finished. You're not finished, okay. And Zarens, are you there? Where's Zarens? Can I have from Zarens? Tiara, are you finished?
Yes, sir.
All right, great. So let's move on to the next one. Julicia, you finished?
I took a picture.
Okay, great. So let's move on to the next one. This is going to be the last and final one. I want Shekinah, can you read number 14, 15, and 16, please? I mean, can you read this? Not 14. Can you read number 14, starting with the heading? Oh, by the way, Shekinah.
Yes, sir.
Listen to me very carefully. You do not send the work in the class. You just don't.
I just sent it.
Did that include the work from yesterday?
No, sir.
No, no, right? But I told you to send that when your mommy arrived. Why are you being disobedient, Shekinah? You have to send the work, Shekinah. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Well, do it. Go and get your mommy phone and take a picture of the work from yesterday as well. Tristan Moss, are you there? I can't have from Tristan. Taya, can you read this to me, please?
Yes, sir. Questions 14, 15, and 16 refer to the diagram or digestive system below. Number 14, which letter on the diagram points to where most water is absorbed from the food? A, Q, B, R, C, T, and I can't see the next option.
All right, the last one was D, which is U. So it says, which letter on the diagram? Please draw this diagram to the best of your ability, even if you have to trace it. So it says, which letter on the diagram points to where most of the water is absorbed from the food? So P points to the esophagus. Again, P points to the esophagus. That's not where most water is absorbed. Q points to the liver. R points to the stomach. S points to the pancreas. T points to the large intestine, and U points to the small intestine, and V points to the rectum. So the question is, where is most water absorbed from food? The answer is definitely going to be
V.
What? Say it again.
V.
V, no, not at the rectum. Close though. Most water is absorbed in.
Is it the small intestine?
No, not the small one.
The large intestine.
The large one, yeah, the large. So the most water is absorbed in the large intestine. So which letter is that? That's T, so it's gonna be C. All right, that's the large intestine. So most water is absorbed in the large intestine. Destiny, where's Destiny?
I'm here.
Where's most water absorbed?
The large intestine.
The large intestine, very good. All right, so once you finish with these three questions, take a picture of them and send it to me via WhatsApp, and then we're gonna move on to general science.
Yes, sir.
Again, once you finish with these three questions, take a picture of them, send it to me via WhatsApp, and then we're gonna move on to general science. Again, once you finish with these 3 questions, take a picture of it for me, and then we'll move on to general science. But according to this, hello? Hello, good night. Yes, ma'am. I cannot hear Kai in the meeting. I'm calling his name and he's not responding. So I don't know if it's internet issues or what, but he is here, but I can't hear from him. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, he's not responding at all. He's not responding at all when I call his name. Not at all.
I just made my work with the. Yes, I did. It's right now.
Okay, then.
All right.
What was happening? Where was he?
I don't know what was on.
Okay. Thank you. Where's Kai? Kai Wells. I've been calling you for so long and you're not responding. That's the problem. Please send in your work, Kai, because I don't have no work from you for the whole day, for the whole day. Send in your work via WhatsApp. That's what I've been saying. Don't say sorry. You know exactly what you be doing. And the worst part about it is you don't even pay for your school stuff. Your parents just do that. So stop wasting their money and their time and my time. So please send in your work, Kai. The maths and the science that we've been doing.
Excuse me, Mr. Pitt.
Listen, don't butcher my name. If you don't know how to pronounce my name, ask me.
I kind of write the questions as answers, just like write bullet points.
No.
So it kind of look like that.
No, that's not what I told you to do. I told you to write down the questions and the answers that I provide. I did not tell you to write no bullet points. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna do it over. That's what you're gonna do. You understand me?
Yeah, sir.
So let me take a screenshot and put it in the chat so you can see it, so you can write it over. And next time, follow instructions, man. Stop doing your own thing. If you want to do your own thing, find your own class. All right, what's her name? Tiara, look in the chat and you'll see the screenshots. Please copy them down, just like how I told you in the beginning.
Yes, sir.
It's your first day and you taking shortcuts. Okay, I have Shion's work. I have Alasia, Erwin, Jevin, Orani, Julicia, Destiny, and Jeremy. Shekinah, where's your work? Talia, where's your work? Again, Shekinah, where's your work? Talia, where's your work?
I send in it now.
And where's Shekinah?
I'm about to send it.
You always about to send it and they never reach. Arnie, where's your work?
I sent it.
Okay, I see it. Destiny, where's your work?
I sent it.
Okay, I see it. Micah, where's Micah? Micah, are you there? Where's Micah? Can't have a Micah. Chai, where's your work? Okay, I just see it.
Just send it to you.
Darn, yes. Jeremy. All right. Okay. I haven't seen Kai work. Let me call Kai, mommy. No, you can't be sending it now. Hello? Yes, ma'am. Can you tell Kai to send this work for me, please? Is there an issue with this mic? Because I'm not hearing him. He has to type.
Oh, I don't know. Please.
All right, thank you. All right, Kenyon, I need your work as well. Again, Kenyon, I need your work. All right, so let's move on to general science. All right, so let's go on to general science. Everyone please stay. Whether you're doing health science or general science, make sure to stay until the end. Because all you're like the duck out. All right, so we're gonna go to general science for the BJC. The last one we were on were ultrasonic. That's the last question. We're gonna move on to question number 10.
Excuse me, Mr. Batty, can I use the bathroom, please?
That's Aranique? Sound like Aranique.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can. All right. Okay, okay, so I want Taya, can you read this, please? Number 10. Please write this question down.
Number 10.
Again, please
What
write this
happens?
question down.
Number 10, what happens when all organisms in a species dies? A, it adapts. B, it diverses.
No.
C,
It diversifies.
B, it diversifies. C, it becomes endangered. D, it becomes extinct. Can I answer?
Yes, it's for you to answer.
It becomes extinct?
Yes, it becomes extinct. So when all the organisms die, it becomes extinct, as we say. So for example, it is believed that dinosaurs are extinct, right? Because there's no more of that species, it is believed. So when the species die out and there's no more, then they say it's extinct. Please write this down. This is the first question, the first one for general science. Again, please write this down. Darnie, can you read this for me, please? And tell me, no, don't read it. I just want you to tell me what happens when all organisms in the species die.
They become extinct.
Very good, it becomes extinct. Alasia, what happens when all organisms in the species die? Not Darnie, Alasia. Can you tell me what happens when all organisms in the species die?
They become extinct.
Very good, they become extinct. All right, are we done with the slide?
Yes,
I'm speaking to you all. I'm speaking to you
I'm
all.
done.
Are you done?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's move on to number 10.
You mean number 11?
Number 11, sorry. Go ahead, Chai, read number 11, please. Which row?
Which row shows the type of feeding relationship shown? A, feeding on Y and is a herbivore.
Herbivore.
X animal, Y animal, feeding on grass and is a carnivore. B, X animal, feeding on Y and is a carnivore. F, Y animal, feeding on grass and is a herbivore. C, feeding on Y and is an omnivore. Y animal, feeding on grass and is a predator. D, feeding on Y and is a prey. Y animal, feeding on grass and is an omnivore. It's B.
B? All
Yes,
right,
sir.
so how would we describe Yes, you can. All right. So this one says that this one says that this animal, right? Is this a herbivore or a carnivore?
Carnivore.
Carnivore. Why is it a carnivore?
Because it eats other animals.
It eats, not because it eats other animals, but because it eats meat, right? So carnivore eats meat. And what is this? Z is a what?
Herbivore.
Herbivore. Why?
Because it eats grass.
Because it eats grass. Very good. So the correct answer here is, what do you think the correct answer is?
B.
B. Y is a carnivore. Oh, animal X feeds on Y, and it's a carnivore. Yes, that's true. Animal Y feeds on grass, and it's a herbivore. Very good. So please write this down. Again, copy this down for me, please. So animal X feeds on Y, and it's a carnivore. And animal Y feeds on grass, and it's a herbivore. All right, are we done with this question?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
No, sir. Okay. All right, are we done with this question? Can we move on to the next one? So this is, yes, okay. So this is saying that, what is the carnivore? X. What is the herbivore? The zebra. Why? Okay, let's go on to number 12. Number 12 says, Shekinah, can you read number 12, please? What causes?
What causes an electric current in a
An electric current?
An electric current in a conductor.
Read options, please.
A flow of negatively charged electrons. A flow of negatively charged protons. C, a flow of positively charged electrons. D, a flow of positively charged protons.
Very good. So what causes an electric current in a conductor? Shekinah, do you know?
No, sir.
No? Anyone want to try? What causes an electric current? Is it negatively charged? Say it again.
I'll try.
Go ahead, try.
Is it C?
C, positively charged? No. The answer is actually A. Negatively charged electrons. That's what causes an electric current in a conductor. Negatively charged electrons. All right, Julicia, what causes current in a conductor?
Because of negative, a flow of
Negative.
negative charge.
Very good.
Excuse me, mister. How come it's A?
Would you expect it to be?
I don't get it. Like, really get it.
Negatively charged. Okay, let me show you. You want electricity to happen, right?
Yeah, so.
Okay, so if you want electricity to happen, you need electrons to be flowing. So let me show you something. So if you have a circuit, so electric circuit. Electric circuit. So if you have electric circuit, let me just put electrons flowing so you can see. So if you look at it, the electricity is happening because of the flow of these electrons. Okay? And the electrons give a negative charge. So every time you have electricity, it's because of the electrons. And electrons, if you look at an atom have protons, neutrons, and electrons. The electrons is the negative one. So because of their flowing in the circuit, that's what causes the electricity. This is another diagram as well that shows the electrons and what type of charge do they have? Tiara.
Negative charge?
A negative charge. And their flow causes electricity. Okay?
Thank you.
No problem. All right, so once you finish this question, take a picture of all of the questions and then send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, once you finish with all the questions, take a picture of it for me via WhatsApp and then we can move from there. All right. Again, take a picture of your work. Once you finish, take a picture of your work. I have Tiara's work. Tiara.
Yes, sir.
Write the options. Stop trying to find a shortcut to everything. It's your first day. All right. Once you finish with this, you can leave. Again, once you finish with this, you can leave. Everyone except Kai. I need to speak with Kai directly. Not Shy, Kai.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
You wanted to talk to me?
Yes, I did. Thank you for reminding me. I will message you because it's about your homework. I need to send you something on that. So just look out for my message.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
All right, good night.
Yes, paperwork.
All right, good night. Once you send your work,
my work. Good night.
Yeah, once you send your work, you can leave. Everyone except Kai. Where's Kai? Kai, are you there? Kai Wells. Kai, did you see my message? What I sent you?
Good night.
Good night, no problem. Kai, did you see my message? Kai, it has nothing to do with your handwriting, you know. It has everything to do about the fact that you don't care about how your work is presented. That's the problem. It's not nothing to do with your handwriting. So get a pencil, Kai, get a pencil. Get a pencil. You know one is right with coloring pencils and inside class. Get a pencil and rewrite your work, please. This time do it properly and then send it to me. Because I don't understand why you're giving me garbage. I keep on telling y'all I'm not a garbage can. Christopher, Lanaya, y'all could go.
Oh, we could.
Y'all could go.
Don't send it in though.
Anyways,
Good night.
Good night. You could send it. Yeah.
Okay. I'm on number 4, but like when I finish, I'll send it.
Yeah, you can. All right, the rest of you.
Thank you.
The rest of you all. Oh, I think Kenyon asked for the number. All right, the rest of you have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you on tomorrow. Take care, everyone.